using for your third camera?
Okay.
With the speaker and stuff on the is it a magnet or?
Shall we, Max? Welcome to the STAG podcast. I'm very excited to have you on here today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And you are going away on Saturday to a very exciting trip. I want you to tell the people where you're going.
So I leave Saturday. We're going to Egypt first for the Cairo World Cup. Me and a couple other gymnasts from New Zealand and coaches and judges. And then from there, we're going through to Croatia for the second in the World Cup series. So yeah, big tour for us, and 2.5 week trip. So that's pretty cool to get away from super lonely New Zealand. So yeah,
nice. And here at Stag Media, we do not bring in a lot of money. So we have our Stag Plus members can ask you a question. So today we have a question from Robson. He asks, what is training like in the weeks leading up to travel? Is it more focused and intense?
My coach wants me to say yes, it is focused. It has not been. I'm very in my own head about my training. I know what I need to do and what I am and am not doing. I know I've not been doing what I need to, but I'm not stressed, and my training's been going fairly well, and
nice.
We're kind of on the taper now. So
nice.
I hope so. I leave in 2 days, but
yeah. So you're competing floor, vault, and high bar. Is that right?
Yeah.
And vault and high bar, we can talk about them, but floor is your big piece.
Yeah.
That's the piece I've seen you've been training hard. That's the piece Max is known for. What have you got in your routine?
Upgrades this year, I'm really happy with actually. So layout double front, my first pass, not a new pass for me. I competed that. Last time I competed that was 2018 when I was a junior. It's
a long time ago.
Ages ago. When I was half a foot shorter and 10 kilos lighter, but we ball. So yeah, nice comfortable pass to start with. Double layout second, which is a brand new pass for me, which is super cool. I've always wanted to do that, and then now with the upgrade 20, so well, why not?
Yeah.
Like it makes it so much more worth it.
No, it definitely makes sense for you. It's definitely a max skill. You do it quite well.
2.5 down the side. It's the first time I've ever done 2.5 and round off. I'm a bit of anyone that's trained with me. I'm sorry. 2.5 down the side. First time I've done it from round off in a very, very long time. Anyone that's like trained with me know I'm a bit of a flick back handspring purist.
Yeah.
I don't like it when people do anything from just a round off. So this is quite a big change for me. It goes against my gym values a little bit, but it's what I need to fit it down the side.
Join the dark side. I like it.
I can't do a wide arm round off, so it doesn't work for me, but it's whatever.
Yep.
Non-acros. The idea is to put full twist and double pike fourth. That was my first pass last year, so it was an upgrade for me last year. Which I want to put fourth, which is a pretty huge step. So far, not super successful, but
we've got clip of last night's training.
Yeah, but we've got months and months of season still to come. So there'll be time for it to improve and make its way into the routine. And then double pike dismount, which is walk in the park. Yeah, love it.
So that's a big dismount, and if you've got the full in pike in there as well, that's a 5.0 difficulty.
Yes, full in pike with my B and C on acro as well. Yeah, full twist and pike brings it to 5.0.
I feel like my floor difficulty gets saturated by watching Jake Jarman and other people.
Yeah,
but I've just been watching like Heath Thorpe and just like other really, really good gymnasts that aren't in that like top, like the top 10 floor guys in the world. They're still really, really good gymnasts, and I'm like, these guys are doing like a 4.8 or like a Casimir Schmid,
Yeah.
Like they're not even breaking a 5. It's actually like 5's actually like that's a big boy routine,
With this new code and the whole 8 skills change, I think that's something we're still getting used to across all apps. Like not just like to see Jake and Luke and stuff with six plus D score routines on floor is I don't think we understand how insane that is. Like most guys we're pushing, like the top floor guys we're pushing 5.7, 5.8. The cleaner ones maybe 5.4, 5.5.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's nice to to see internationally and recognize that, like, all the way down in New Zealand, we're not doing terribly. Like, it's reassuring, it's comforting, and it's motivating, I think.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm excited for you to push that routine, and that's going to be hard to upgrade in the future.
The goal for this end of the season is 5.2.
5.2. That's nice. And just while we're here, I want to hear the maxed out max floor routine. Where does this lead to?
Ever? Or?
Yeah. Dream routine.
Oh, God. Double twist, double front, tuck, I think. There's somewhere, or it would have to be first.
Yeah.
I haven't ruled out triple back. Not a huge, I don't think it's that realistic, but it's not off the table.
I'd love to see you train that in the pit at least.
I've tried it once, I think ever. Even off airstrip into pit, it's just, when I have better ankles in a few months, sure.
Okay.
Drawbacks in there somewhere. 2.5 layout, connection down the side. Nice. There'll be a double layout in there somewhere. I think the full in pike, as inefficient as it is, for me personally, like, it needs to stay. Because of
something beginning with D.
Diva.
The
World Diva Games. I actually I mentioned that on my Twitter, that genuinely got me through, like, the worst months of my training last year when I was training alone.
Let's go.
Down south, and I thought, like, I would sit down and I would be unmotivated and think, you know what, this isn't very diva of you, and then get back up.
That's awesome. So, the diva comments come from Twitter. When Max was at the uni games, he got noticed. I'm sure you could tell it better.
Just by some, gym fan accounts on Twitter. University games last year in July in Germany. We sent a whole 5-person, including me, New Zealand mag team, and one WAG gymnast. And so that was my first senior international comp overseas. First time representing New Zealand in a very long time. And so that was, last year was 2025. Last time I represented New Zealand was 2018. When I was 16. So that's pretty huge. And yeah, so we went out and we had our qualification day, whatnot. I think we were the third or fourth subdivision, last subdivision of the first day of mag qualification. And I just popped my head onto Twitter, as I do, like, just browsing, whatever. And I see from some gym accounts, just one of them that I kind of somewhat followed, said, and I'm running my own university games called the World Diva Games, ranking the highest divas of qualification. And then in the comment under that, they said, unprompted, like, Max Renaud's winning, by the way. And I, like, reached out to him and was like, holy shit, like, to me, like, this is huge. Genuinely, I was like, I've been noticed.
Let's go.
Like, I was ecstatic. Actually, I went and told the entire new team. No one else gave a damn. Like, no one cared except for me.
Let's go. That's so exciting.
And that was,
I think
career-defining
nomination.
Like,
but that goes to show a great theme in your gymnastics that I've seen and many others have seen is how expressive you like to be on the floor. Like, you don't like to just be another do a flip, go over a corner, do a flip type of person. Like, you make your floor routine special.
Yeah, I don't think that is limited to just my floor. I think
everything.
Well, as part of my kind of gymnastics journey, since it's been a long time coming, I think I'm here to have fun. I'm here to enjoy it, and I'm not enjoying it if I'm not 100% myself. And if that means being expressive on floor, if that means standing in the corner like wag do, if that means like pulling faces when I do bad bolts, like it's just it is what it is. And until I'm media trained, I won't stop. So
I think that makes you like a very valued and special member here in New Zealand. Like, everyone knows you. Like, you also will bust out a wag routine if you want to at a comp just for fun.
You say it like it's a chore. I look forward to that. I look forward to that for 12 months.
And everybody else looks forward to it as well. I remember at the comps last year, it was the South Island Champs. You were judging?
Yeah.
And then you took time out of judging to quickly put on a uniform.
Didn't judge vault, so I could go and chuck a lash out on and do a wag routine and then jump back on the panel.
And we all stopped our mag judging, our mag competition to come over and watch you do a
to
wag
watch me
routine.
crash a double front. And
On that very, very old floor, which I don't know how you do a double front on that. But anyway.
I didn't. Not the point.
Yeah, I think that's very special, and I'm excited, hopefully, for some more diva points at Cairo.
Yeah,
and
100%.
Croatia.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that. Now I want to talk about, I know that this journey has been very rough, and like coming from New Zealand as a New Zealand athlete, I'm curious, well, I kind of know, but I want to break down on what it takes to get there as an athlete who would like to be focusing more on athlete things, but you have to work and such for. How's that been?
It's been hard. It's not been hard, like it's something I can handle, but it's a lifestyle. I think it takes a lot of commitment and a lot of dedication, and it's like you wouldn't put yourself through it if you weren't happy with what you were doing. Like, I mean, if you insight into my life, I guess I work between 40 and 45 hours a week. I'm a bar manager here in Christchurch, and so I work in town. I work late nights on Friday, Saturday, through to like the potentially 3 a.m. on a Saturday and 6 on a Sunday. And then a couple of weekdays as well. I work in the morning so I can train in the evening in the week. So 40 to 45 hours of work, and then I'm scheduled for 19, 20 hours of training a week, but it ends up being about 15, 16 just because I have to leave early for work some days, or I get in late so I come straight from work or whatnot.
You're always coming in like a little bit later. I had work, and it's just so hectic, especially your work, because you got sometimes in the morning, you got sometimes at night, and obviously...
Well, I mean, I have a schedule, don't get me wrong. I have a pretty weekly set schedule. My work's been very good with me about, you start at these times, you work these days, and you can't do anything more because you have a big life outside of work, and they respect that, which I'm very thankful for.
That's ideal.
But I think it's a lifestyle, but it's the only lifestyle I've ever known. Like, I've been... I've been a gymnast since I started when I was 7, which I was about to say is late, but I feel like in New Zealand it's not. We don't have the super like young child programs that some other more developed federations do. And like, as a kid, I did so many other bits. For a little bit, I was doing gymnastics and dance and violin and piano and swimming. And then it slowly just kind of piece by piece dropped until it was just violin and gymnastics. And then rather very end just gymnastics. So all I've known is busy. Yeah. And I think if I wasn't, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. Even I think if I wasn't training, wasn't elite athlete, wasn't doing gymnastics, I would just be working more because I don't know what to do with myself otherwise.
But as a senior gymnast, and like maybe those top guys from overseas looking inwards, like 15, 16 hours when you want to...
It's not enough.
Yeah.
It's not enough. There's no way. I'm looking at adding another... I train 4 days, about 4.5, 5 hour sessions, but it comes down to about 16 hours just because of how much I have to jump away and come in late and whatnot. So I'm looking at adding an extra day. I think the 4 days is fine for my 3-app specialty. I'm doing it with World Cups, but if I want to bring... I do want to bring my all-around program back for the first time in senior international. I need more time in the gym, and that's partially a reflection on the efficiency of my own training, which could definitely be more efficient, but also just the nature of the sport. You just need that time in the gym. And it's just
definitely for an all-around senior athlete, you definitely need.
And then back to the WAG stuff. I told so many people last year, I'm going to do a WAG all around. I want to do beam, I want to do bar. But it's just not. I need 2 more days in the week to do that. It's not enough time, and I would love to, but there's just not enough time in the world.
And as far as these World Cups go, what is their significance for New Zealand? Like, I know there's more than just going there for the World Cup, because they kind of lead towards other opportunities in New Zealand.
The big one, 2026, obviously, is the Commonwealth Games in July in Scotland. So for us in New Zealand, these World Cups are they're what they call key events. So they're opportunities for us to show the selection committee that we can achieve certain scores, we can achieve certain results, and it just adds to our kind of portfolio as gymnasts, I guess, to be selected for Commonwealth Games.
Yeah.
So that's the big one this year. Obviously, the World Cups. These scores are also like other apart from Commonwealth Games, they'll be used to help select our team for Oceania Champs in Australia at the start of May.
Yeah.
And that's our qualification route to the World Champs in the Netherlands in October. So
that's pretty important.
Yeah, so I mean, these comps by themselves are maybe not super significant, but the overall process of going overseas, getting international scores from international judges against international competitors is quite important for us as gymnasts to build that portfolio for ourselves and prove that we can compete under pressure or
get a score or whatever.
Honestly, with our kind of with our selection of gymnasts here in New Zealand, which is not that many, we're not a very big program. It really is just a get experience.
Yeah.
So we can put you in bigger competitions and you not freak out.
Pretty much. So one thing that I'm very passionate about, and you don't have to air out how much it is, but this is one piece of like kind of building your portfolio, and it is very expensive. I'm aware, the trip to these World Cups.
Like it's a mix of a privilege to be selected and to go to these things, but given we're a very small federation, quite a small program, there hasn't been heaps. About to say there haven't been heaps of results in New Zealand gymnastics. We just won a silver medal, Courtney McGregor, on vault at the DTB.
Shout out Courtney.
Yeah, that's like huge. And Reese, fourth on the floor final at the same comp. Huge. Jenna stood out very, very narrowly, I think by 2 spots, missed the floor final, and that was quite a stacked lineup as well. So so there are results. Like we have seen very steady improvements. We sent someone to Paris, we sent someone to Tokyo, we sent a Meg and a WAG and a tramp athlete. We actually have quite a big success in tramp and tumbling.
Oh, massive,
But that's doesn't reflect on artistic, unfortunately.
No.
But within gymnastics in New Zealand. But since we're quite a small federation, there's just not much money involved, so it's all 100% self-funded. So it's kind of our own funds, and then if we want to attempt to secure any kind of grants or sponsorships or whatnot, that's entirely on us. Doesn't help that we're in New Zealand, where we're located. It is a long way away to anywhere else. I'm just so isolated, so it does make that travel component just that much more expensive.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I recognize as well that were I in any other program, I'd be nowhere near. I wouldn't even be within throwing distance of the national team. So that's and hindsight, and no, it's a little bit of a double-edged sword. Yes, we don't have as many resources. Never to fund myself and whatnot, and make that lifestyle work. But I've also got the opportunity to do all these things, travel all these places, and meet all these people, which I wouldn't in other countries. Which
do you want to say how much it costs or no?
Let's air it out like that. I'm going to it, but most of our international tours cost between $10,000 and $15,000.
Okay. Yeah.
Just entirely dependent on location and length of time away.
Yes.
Sometimes the comp, depending on how big it is and who's organising it, sometimes the host federation will organise certain bits of it, which kind of reduces our admin load, but then maybe what they provide isn't super cheap. So there's a lot of variables in how much a tour costs.
Yeah.
And obviously right now, given just world events, there's a bit more expenses. So yeah.
Something I probably wouldn't touch much on this because it's not really my expertise, but I hope
it's one of those things that it's just
yeah,
such is life, and it's what we sign up for.
We just keep doing our flips.
Yep.
So 10 to 15k for a piece of your portfolio is not cheap.
No.
And I think you'll have more knowledge of this than me, but if you are a gymnast or an athlete in New Zealand, what do you need to get funding? Where do you need to be?
I'm actually not entirely sure on the hard line about that. I know, I think the New Zealand Olympic Committee or one of the bigger, like higher than Gymnastics New Zealand,
Yeah.
Groups or whatever, they have some guidelines around top 8, top 16, something like that in the world. So you need to show, come 15th at on athletics and qualifications at Worlds, or something like that, and you get a bit of funding. But again, I've nowhere near that, but I have no idea how what that entails, or if that's even true, or whatever.
Would they take into consideration a World Cup?
I have no clue.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely no idea.
Oh, well, here at STAG, we want to help fund athletes because we want to. My end goal is kind of to get a New Zealand team to the Olympics, which would mean years and years of building up funding, building up squads, bringing kids into the gym. I think it's possible. And recently on my live streams, I put a donation fund for Max. So I'm so proud to give you $5.
Thank you so much.
To help you towards your 10-15K trip.
And pay for my coffee in the airport, barely. If I don't get oat milk, it'll pay for my coffee.
So even though it's only $5, I'm excited because it's kind of like, it's only $5 now, but hopefully going forward, we'll be able to help you and other athletes like you.
I think
over there.
There's been so much growth of assorted gymnastics influences across all different codes. I think seeing that growth has really helped the sport, progress socially, and there's more attention on it. I think that's just the start of it. These things don't happen quickly, so
no, they don't.
We'll see more and more attention. Hopefully, that means some more eyes on the sport, and hopefully some more. It's not all about the money, but hopefully some more eyes means some more resources allocated to it, which would be nice.
Yeah, I think we'll set up nicely by the time the next Olympics comes around. It's in LA, isn't it?
2028 is LA.
Yeah,
and then 32 is Brisbane. So much more home territory. Almost home.
But yeah, I think with all the influences in gymnastics that we've been seeing, it's definitely popping off. And with like most of them being in America, with Fred Richards and Gunther, all those guys, having the Olympics in LA, I think it's going to be a really big opportunity. It may be a Simone Biles comeback, we don't know yet. But yeah, I think gymnastics is definitely poised to enter a new era because it is the most watched sports in the Olympics.
Yeah. But then beyond that, but that's not necessarily a lack of interest thing. That's just a worldwide lack of coverage thing. You'd be hard, like given my World Cups I'm going to, they don't, as far as I'm aware, the qualifications aren't at all streamed.
Just crazy. We're going to get some Max footage though. But we won't have to worry about that because you will be in the final anyway.
Exactly. And the finals are streamed and commentated.
Let's go.
So, yeah. But yeah, like these comps, they're world competitions, and the fact that there's no easy access, like even it doesn't even need to be free. Like I know there would be lots of people online that would be willing to pay to watch these things, but just the lack of coverage is really hindering the sport as a whole. I think.
Yeah.
Just having easy access to eyes on the sport is what's going to bring interest between Olympics. Especially with Simone Biles gone. Well, not gone. Simone Biles not competing. Yeah. She was 100% what was bringing eyes to the sport.
Yeah.
And now that she's stepped away from the limelight, you can feel it. There's less interest.
I feel like these guys like Cameron Nelson and people like that, they're not Simone Biles obviously, but they are like mini stars in their own right. They've got their own like Cam Nelson, the triple back guy. Like I think he will pull more eyes and people like him. So no, I'm definitely excited for where it's going. Yeah. I'm definitely excited to be a part of it with STAG, hopefully. And I feel like we've kind of covered the world side of stuff. You mentioned earlier that the University Games was your first time competing internationally as a senior. And then the last time before that was as a junior in 2018, which was 5 years before that?
7.
7 years before. Wow.
1825, yeah.
That's crazy. So Why is there such a big gap? Let's get into the Max story. Where did it all start?
I mean, well, the gap is I took time off for study. The short answer is study. I said before I started gym when I was 7 in 2009. Very quickly, like I spent maybe 1 term in our recreational program, 1 term in our pre-competition program, and then went straight to level 1.
Nice.
So obviously I was scattered there. There was I don't know, had great forwards roles or whatever. Like, I don't know what that you look for in a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
But and then from there just kind of not breezed, but worked my way through the New Zealand level structure. So level 1 through 6, via compulsories in 7 to 9, optional routines. So I competed level 8 in 2017. 2018 I moved to Junior International, under 18, so the official FIG or World Gymnastics now, under 18
this
international
was all in
category.
Christchurch as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I grew up in Christchurch my whole life before I moved for study.
Yeah. So what were those events that you were doing in junior?
I only did one at junior. I did Australian Nationals in Melbourne, which was also our qualifier to the Youth Olympic Games, to which Sam Dick went.
Yeah.
I can't remember where those Youth Olympic Games were held that year.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, so that's the only one I did at under 18. The summer before that, December of 2017, I went to Texas to the Valeria Lucan Invitational, which was held at Woga at that time before it moved to the stadium, as a kind of budding junior international. So that was my first international competition ever. And then Australian Nats and Youth Olympic Trials was my first and only as a junior international. And I put my head in for Junior Worlds that year, and then withdrew due to next year. I can't remember what year, 2018 or 19. And then withdrew for personal reasons. So I, and then at the end of that year, I don't know, had a bit of a reflection on my enjoyment of the sport and what I was doing. And at that point in life, you're 16, you're 17, like your high school education's really ramping up. I was preparing quite heavily for university. I had a lot going on, so I made the call to withdraw from international and move back to level 9, which is our highest non-international, like non-elite grade in New Zealand. And I thoroughly enjoyed my last year doing that before I stopped for the first time.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I actually remember, I don't know what year, it must have been like a 2018, 2019. Like me as a not so good gymnast coming from Invercargill, looking up to all of you guys. I knew all about you guys, and this was like my first or second year in our senior type levels, the level 7+ year levels. And I remember getting to warm up floor with you in a 1 hour warm up. I was so excited. I was like, this is Max, the guy that I've been looking up to for like years, and now I get to warm up with him. And I remember like having a little conversation with you. Then I was like nervous. I was like, what do I even ask him about? I was like, I think I'd talk to you about like doing flick flex instead of round offs or something.
Well, I told you to get away from me.
No, you were very nice. And that was pretty special to me, having someone at an international level like interact with me, because back then that was like very important to me. Like this was just a world that I was finally diving into, a little bit older than other gymnasts, but yeah, I looked up to you a lot when you were younger.
Thank you.
And now I get to train with you every day, so that was very special.
It's a weird feeling coming back, because obviously when I finished, so end of 2019, I retired for the first time. I moved to Dunedin, which is 4.5 hours south of Christchurch for study. And obviously COVID-19 happened that year in 2020. I mean, it's happened for a few years, but that was the major year, I guess, of it.
Yeah.
Breakout year. And I took some time off for my own well-being, kind of reflecting on my life outside of sports. And then after about 2 years, I realized I actually really missed this. I left with some regrets. There were skills I wanted to train and compete that I didn't do. Put on a bit of weight, but that's not the point. But yeah, so I came back at the start of 2022. to representing Dunedin, representing Otago, because that's where I was living at that point.
I feel like you hear this story quite a bit. This is like kind of similar with David, how you have a gymnast who does so well in the junior division. They're like near the top of New Zealand. They're on their elite pathway, and then they don't find that they enjoy it as much. And then after a break, they come back with a different mindset and enjoy it.
I'm very grateful that in my transition period, when I went from junior international back down to like the kind of regional elite, level 9, very thankful that my coach at the time was very understanding, had a bit of a sports psych background. Like I could talk to him freely. He could see that I was struggling a lot, but I clearly wanted to keep going.
Do you know?
So he made the not the decision, but he gave me the idea to step down. And then that kind of allowed me to keep going and enjoy it more.
Nice. Who was that, Toby?
This is Damon. This is a different.
Damon. Okay, cool.
I had about 3 coaches in 2 years. The 2018-19 period. There was a lot of change in the gym and whatnot.
Yeah. Shout out Damon.
So that was very. I mean, he kind of sat there while I cried on the pommel for like half an hour, and then pulled all the strings for me. That was very nice of him.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then I think without that, I would have left the sport and not come back. So I think, as much as I left with regrets, I think it gave me the kind of the drive. Even if it was leaving with regrets, I still left on a good note. I think I won floor that year. I won vault that year. Pretty sure I got silver on pommel, which is nuts. But yeah, so to leave on a bit of a high and then come back with a bit more drive, a bit more grown, different mindset, different gym, different environment. I think it's really set me on a good path for the next. Nice. Well, it's been 4 years now. I think it's set me on a good path. I can't see myself stopping until my body breaks, which could be either tomorrow or in 10 years. Who knows?
Do a Misha on us.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Keep going till I'm 40. Not that he's 40. But...
Yeah, and I feel like training was so much different. Like you're in even just the equipment, like having to travel between 2 different gyms, like definitely a much more low-key squad as well. Like what was that Dunedin squad like? From my point of view, we had Dunedin and Invercargill all coming up finally in the level 7+ senior levels. Very, very special time for us.
Yeah.
And you kind of came in at the later end of that, and like having you join us when we were already on that upwards trajectory was pretty awesome.
I think when I got there at the perfect time as well. We had a group of boys competing level 7, level 8, which is I said before, the start of our optional routine construction period. And I think they're in the last bits of high school. I came in as like a 2 or 3 years older than them, and they all knew who I was, and they were quite excited to train with me. And I think that fueled me to train hard because I wanted to. Well, I mean, I wanted to impress them, and also I wanted to impress myself and relearn a lot of my skills. And they wanted someone to push them and train with them, and and I think the 2 years we had like a really big squad between both Dunedin and Invercargill, and at nationals, like having a big team was really special. And it was a shame to see that kind of taper away as people left for university and whatnot. But such is life. I think
happens. It's cool that we were lucky to even have what we had. And it kind of reached its pinnacle when at the Invercargill Nationals.
That was pretty cool because that was my first nationals back as well.
Oh, true.
So that was my first nationals competing since 2019, so 3 years later. And we Southland Otago swept the level 9 podium, which is nuts.
Yeah, Alex Livingston number 1, Max Renaud number 2, Lewis Thompson number 3. That was so cool. Yeah,
and that was, I think, a really kind of I think the history of New Zealand is the South Island is always second to the North. So it was a good
watch out.
South of the South Island. Like
watch out.
Watch out.
I think
not to be forgotten.
That was so cool because that was Alex Livingston's all-around win. I don't know if he had an all-around nationals win, so that was so special to him, and I'm so glad he got that moment before he stopped competing. And then your comeback, like coming back to a second all-around, was amazing, and then just having all 3 of us, that was pretty cool.
And we talked about it in the lead-up as well, how cool that would be, and then it happened, which was pretty cool.
That's good fun. So, I mean, that's kind of it, right? That's your journey in a nutshell. Is there something you want to talk about on the podcast yourself?
Not particularly. I mean, I kind of in this later stage of my journey, like I spent 3 years after I came back competing in level 9, and that kind of set the grounds for me to do senior. So I did 3 years in level 9, senior international last year, went to university games, senior this year, going to World Cups, and hopefully some more stuff later in the year. I think those 3 years really set me up to a good foundation mentally. I think is where I'm at. Like I've spent 3 years having a lot of fun training the skills I want to train, and you can see at my gymnastics, like a lot of the skills I train, I don't do because they're efficient or they're worth it. That's because they're fun and they're cool when no one else does them.
Nice.
And I think that's a trend I'll keep for the rest of my hopefully years in the sport.
Yeah.
And then, and being so isolated down in Dunedin, within the community, we had such a small community, there was not much outward support to rely on. I think, being down there was like the only mag judge, and official was quite.
Everyone's always calling on Max. We need you for this comp. We need you to judge here. We need you to do this.
And it was really nice. It's really like what I've always liked, being around, being helpful. And I think that's kept me in love with the sport. I think just being there and being useful, and I'll keep doing it, even though there's a bit more, not many more, but a couple more judges up here and people to rely on. I think I'll keep myself around and available as much as I can, because I like supporting, and I like helping the community. Yeah.
And we also could have the Renaud in the code of points one day.
One day.
Keep it a secret. Keep the skill a secret.
I was working on it for this World Cup tour, but it didn't happen.
Yeah. Do we keep the skill a secret?
Yes.
Yeah. Secret skill. You'll see it one day. Hopefully
one day.
Hopefully on a STAG special
I don't think
episode.
I don't think it'll get claimed before I can't imagine anyone.
No way.
That would think to do it.
It's insane.
It's neat. It's not even insane. It's just niche. It's just not. Granted, the technical committee might turn around and say, "Yeah, this is trash." Real.
There's always a chance.
There's always that chance, but I think with the new rules, they don't have the grounds to say no to it. So, yeah.
Comment down below what you think it might be. And last one: will we beat the North Islanders at Nationals as a senior team this year?
Yes.
100%. I agree.
I think, this is the first time we've ever had, fingers crossed, we'll have a senior international team at our New Zealand National Champs that's not from Auckland. Huge to start with, to have that kind of congregation of gymnasts in one place in the South Island. And no, they don't have their guaranteed first anymore. Yeah. I think they should watch their backs.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun.
If not this year, we've still got more years in us.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
Definitely. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to check out Max, check him out on Instagram. He's going to be posting lots about his World Cup circuit. And let me know who else you want to see on the podcast if you want to hop on. And that'll about do us. Thank you for watching.
Yeah. Thank you, Lewis.
Boom.
Nice. It was fun.
That was awesome. You're so good on it.
It's catty.